Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? I snuck in here early today. I've just got a lot to do, so I wanted to get it sort of over and done with this morning. It's going to be a bit of a short one, but let's go anyway. It'll be at least an hour, but, you know, it's still short to me. Nick Sautor said breaking, the Maui police chief, John Pelletier, who gave the order to trap victims in the Lahaina fire, has now been named as the co-conspirator in the Diddy case. Pelletier also happened to be the incident commander during the Las Vegas shooting. Pelletier forcibly took a Diddy victim at gunpoint from Vegas to California to be attacked by Diddy, apparently, allegedly. Mind you, everything mentioned here, everyone mentioned, is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And everything mentioned here is theory until proven fact, okay? He took the Diddy victim at gunpoint from Vegas to California to be essayed by Diddy by posing as a sheriff, executing a fake warrant according to the suit. Even after these incidents occurred, Pelletier was still named chief of Maui police, and the devastating fires happened shortly after. Many questions have loomed as to whether or not children went missing after the fires, where entire families disappeared without a trace. The government disputes this claim, but they have not been verified. This story goes much deeper than what we already know. Even Elon Musk went, whoa. The mayor of Maui has now called for the police chief to be put on leave. If Chief Pelletier lost the mayor, who has been in lockstep with him since the fires, you know this is really bad. Oh, wow. That's interesting. He was also the man on watch at Vegas PD when the Strip was shot up by terrorists at the Jason Aldean concert. Ooh, interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, so the Lahaina fire chief, police chief, has been implicated in Diddy shenanigans. Okay, Nick Sautor also said, breaking, the US House just extended the statute of limitations for people who committed COVID fraud, allowing those who stole COVID relief funds to continue to be prosecuted. Doge is coming for these criminals. Democrats are apparently very afraid of this, considering 127 of them voted against it. Why would you vote against rooting out criminal fraud? Because you're involved. That's the only reason. Wow. Libs of TikTok said CNN just aired Trump's first inflation report, better than expected, and reversing 4 straight months of rising inflation under Biden. Apparently America's healing. I wish we could follow. That was from CNN, mind you. Okay. Libs of TikTok said the FBI is now handing over documents on the J6 pipe bomb case to the House Judiciary Committee. I hope they actually get this person. I wonder if it's someone we will know. Why do I have a feeling it's going to be someone that we will know? I don't know. Benny Johnson said, President Trump on Conor McGregor. I do happen to like your fighter. He's got the best tattoos I've ever seen. Conor's great. Ireland's always had a lot of good fighters. You know why? Because they're tough people. That's what he said during his meeting with the Irish Prime Minister. We'll let him say it, actually. We'll hear it from his mouth.
I do happen to like your fighter. He's got the best tattoos I've ever seen. I don't know if I'm a big, but that.
The Conor McGregor. Conor.
You have Conor's great, right? You know, talking about Conor, but you have a lot of great Irish fighters, actually. They're great fighters. I don't know what that is, but Ireland's always had a lot of good fighters. You know why? Because they're tough people. They're smart people and they're passionate people, and they really have been over the years. So many. I think your father was a great fighter, right?
He was. You do.
Wow.
Right.
And yet, look at you. You're so smooth and so.
He's a very good defensive boxer.
He was a really good.
He was a good boxer. Yeah. He boxed for Ireland. And
Yeah.
boxed
That
some very
means
good guys.
genetically, I'm not going to mess around. I do happen to like your fight.
Yep. The Irish people are fighters and we are passionate. Just ask any one of my friends who talks to me and I get very passionate. They have to tell me to calm down. Drew Pavlou said, bizarre display of sectarian politics in Australia. Labor Foreign Minister Penny Wong hosts an event open only to Chinese Australians. Remember I said there was a Chinese council? They were having a meeting yesterday in my stream. When European Australians tried to attend, they blocked the doors. Truly bizarre and strange. Well, it's not just Chinese, is it? There's Indians and looks like Muslims in there as well. I don't know. What's this? That's a Muslim person? Okay, Penny Wong, Dan Andrews, and who was the other one?
And I'm happy to sign in.
I want to know who the other ones were. Where was that? Who are these people? Mary Doyle? So they're going in for the immigrants' vote, obviously. Let's have a listen to this one. I'll turn it down a little bit because I believe it might be a little bit loud.
The open doors right there.
And I
So there you
said,
go.
and I said that I'll sign in now. Happy to sign in now.
Yeah, and that's
I'm not finding anything.
So we're happy to sign in. They're only allowing people of a very specific archetype in these doors. It's a closed doors meeting.
We're here to attend what's a public meeting, but apparently, if you've got a ticket, because it wasn't valid.
They just said that's not with us. That's not part of this event.
I've got my ticket. I rang up and I confirmed it, and I'm happy to sign in and give my details.
Yeah.
And I'm here to, got this in the mailbox about.
So you got this in the mail. Are you local?
Yes.
So is it Matt Gregg, your films?
Local. So
So
I'm here to speak to him.
There you go.
And they still won't let me in to see what he's got to say.
Unbelievable. So locals are getting these in the mail, and they're coming here, registering their name, registering their address, talking to the police, not being allowed in, closed doors. Penny Wong, why has Labor been restricting freedom of speech for Australians? Can you answer to that? Why weren't Australians allowed in tonight to this event? Why were only Chinese people allowed in?
It wasn't just Chinese, though.
Open.
The Indian and Muslim people were allowed in. Why were white Australians kicked out? Very interesting. Penny Wong selling Australia out as usual. Insurrection Barbie said Democrats have deployed their entire woke army to fight the deportation of Muhammad Khalil because they know if he gets deported, it will set a precedent that will deter others from participating in this kind of destabilising behaviour in America. And that terrifies their colour revolution-loving communist ways. Yeah, when Democrats tell us who they are, believe them. Yep, there you go. All doing the Nazi salute. Okay, Grant Cardone said Trump is going to eliminate the IRS and abolish income tax. Is he? I want to hear him say it. Oh, okay, hang on. Well, I thought there was a volume thing here. Okay, this must be a screenshot of a video. Holy moly, he wasn't joking. Trump just called for Congress to abolish the income tax. This is huge. Okay, Tyler Green said Australia's minus 8.3% collapse in real household disposable income, the worst in the developed world, exposes a failure of both major parties. Labor and Liberal governments overregulate, overtax and distort markets, making life harder for everyday Aussies. The pattern is clear. The more controlled an economy, the worse the outcomes. Government meddle with housing, wages, energy markets, pushing up costs while debasing our currency. Meanwhile, freer economies thrive with rising incomes and stronger purchasing power. A libertarian Australia-led approach would bring lower taxes, free markets and less government interference. It would allow Australians to prosper. Less red tape means businesses grow, wages rise naturally and prices could stabilise. Internationally, Australia would be a trade powerhouse, not a nanny state basket case. Because it is. The solution is to stop voting for economic illiterates. The Libertarian Party offers a real alternative: fiscal responsibility, individual freedom, and a government that gets out of the way so Australians can build wealth without bureaucrats destroying it. There you go. The biggest dip. Poor Australia. I feel sorry for us. I do. Same way I feel sorry for the UK, Canada, and America, actually, until they get rid of completely all of it. Cat Turd says, okay, now a correction on yesterday with Thomas Massey, okay? It seems we have a little bit of a problem person here. Okay, Cat Turd said, so Thomas Massey on his official government X account, unprovoked, attacked me claiming I was paid for my political opinions. I lost 10,000 followers that day. He had the DeSantis people investigate me for days. He even said, fuck around, find out. Then, after he couldn't find anything because he's a liar and I've never taken a dime on X for my political tweets, never admitted he was wrong and never apologised for his slander, just dropped the subject. So please save your breath about how he's this big honourable icon. I've experienced firsthand what a lying scumbag he is. Still waiting for the principal Massey pom-pom girls to explain how Massey is this big hero when I know that he lied about me without blinking an eye. Where are you? Wow, and Chip Roy tried to do something similar. Straight up defamation, and even when immediately disproven, never apologised or corrected the records. I think Thomas Massey might be a rhino in disguise. Anyway, I've got more on him in a minute. Senator Matt Canavan said it's sad that Labor didn't fight to exempt our aluminium and steel from tariffs, but the bigger issue is the tariffs, i.e. taxes, we impose ourselves. Labor's carbon tax on aluminium and steel impose a $5.3 billion tax to get to net zero by 2050. Stop worrying about Trump and scrap the carbon tax. Well, that would help. Callie RN was replying to DC Drano about Thomas Massey. DC Drano said, what if I told you there was a GOP congressman in office for 12 plus years who's never passed a single bill, didn't believe there was election fraud in 2020, loves Mitch McConnell, raised Biden's debt ceiling and is against term limits? You'll never guess who. Callie RN said, could Rep Thomas Massey be the ultimate deep state plant? It looks like he's been the controlled opposition, ensuring the MAGA agenda never gets advanced. Has he ever done anything for us? Thomas Massey's voting record on border security and immigration. Border wall funding and emergency declaration votes. In February 26, 2019, he voted yes, with 232 Democrats against President Trump to overturn the emergency declaration. You think I would have known this by now. March 26, 2019, voted yes with 234 Democrats against President Trump overriding his veto, HJ Resolution 46. September 27th, 2019, voted yes with 224 Democrats against President Trump to overturn the emergency declaration. Republican compromise immigration bill, voted on HR 6136, voted no against President Trump and the GOP. Huh. There you go. So, he's a rhino. I should have known better. I really should have. But I'm correcting it today. Leading reporters said breaking FBI Director Kash Patel has reportedly requested a direct secure line from his home and FBI office to the Oval Office, bypassing Attorney General Pam Bondi and the traditional chain of command per WSJ. I wonder why. What could be going on here? Yeah, whatever it takes, exactly. Yeah, if the headline's accurate, then it sounds like Kash Patel views Pam Bondi as an obstructionist. Well, it's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll see what happens, see what turns up with this. The Rubber Duck said the script wasn't meant for us. We're awake, lol. We are the script. We were literally read in on the script, we were told, and it's all happening. We are the bridge. Admittedly, not the way we thought or not in the timeline we'd hoped for, but who are we to interrupt the people and plan that we know is in play? Why would an Anon do that? The answer, an Anon wouldn't. Unless the whole thing was a fake psyop to usher in the NWO after all this time, is that where we're at? Nah, man, not me. I've trusted Trump and the plan since day one, and I'll never cuck unless he does first. In which case, we're all fucked. I mean, we're 2 months into this thing, just getting off the ground, and everybody wants to jump ship. No, I think they're plants. Anyone who's jumping ship right now, I believe is a plant. No, you can count on me to be here until it's finished. Until then, watch who you follow. I see so many Anons dropping every day, falling for the shill bot black pill narrative. Got to stay strong and steadfast. We knew these times would come. Sometimes you can't tell the public the truth. You must show them. Only then will people find the will to change. Crimes against children unite all humanity, cross party lines, difficult truths. And Showtime 5.5 said, from what I'm seeing right now with so many Republicans showing exaggerated support for Israel, it seems like the script is to annoy us with too much Israel support without them having to speak against it, but end up making us lash out at them and Israel, in my opinion. No, just stay the course. See what happens, okay? Because they're not all for Israel. Just watch what happens. Okay. Elon Musk said there still is a massive cyber attack against X. This was 2 days ago. We get attacked every day, but this was done with a lot of resources. Either a large coordinated group and or country is involved, tracing. Doge designers said first protests against Doge, then Tesla stores were attacked. Now X is down. I wouldn't rule out the possibility that this downtime is a result of an attack on X. I'd say so. We found out it was coming from Ukraine, whether they are Ukrainians or not. Remains to be seen. Cafe locked out culture, 832, said Australia, you're being censored on X. I sent an FOI request to find out if Cafe locked out was being censored on X and Instagram. The first letter came back posted stating no. But then today I received a second letter stating that eCaren might not be censoring us, but someone is, a third party. And now they're trying to decide whether they have to tell me who the third party is. Stay tuned. Good afternoon, Michael. I refer to your request for a statement of reasons under the Administrative Review Tribunal Act 2004, received on 9th of February 2025. Following consideration of your request, I confirm there is no statement of reasons to produce in relation to the matters you've identified. If you require any further clarification, please let us know. Brian Downey Executive Manager of the Investigations Branch. Then, dear Michael, I refer to your request to the eSafety Commissioner, eSafety, on 9th of February for access to documents under the Freedom of Information Act. Notice of third-party consultation. Upon commencing our review of documents relevant to your request, I have identified information relating to third parties who may wish to make a contention that the information is exempt from disclosure under Section 27, Business Documents, and or 27A, Personal Privacy of the FOI Act. To enable this third-party consultation to take place, the statutory time period for deciding your request has been extended by 30 days in accordance with subsection 15(6) of the FOI Act. This means that a decision on your request is now due by the 10th of April, 2025. If you have any questions, please contact me by email at foi@esafety.gov.au. Interesting. So there's a third party. Is there? I'm following. Okay, I want to find out what's going on here. Okay, Bannon's War Room said breaking Obama appointed and Jewish US federal SDNY Judge Furman is tied to the pro-Hamas, pro-Muslim Brotherhood group, Faculty and Staff for Justice in Palestine network. So a Jewish US federal judge is tied to pro-Hamas, pro-Muslim Brotherhood, Faculty and Staff for Justice in Palestine network. I don't know if anyone else has heard of some people actually think that the Jews have they invented Hamas, and a lot of these Muslim terrorist groups. I don't know. Just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I have heard. Okay. Senator Gerard Rennick, Australia's Foreign Minister Penny Wong, says Australia won't be intimidated by Russians' warnings about the prospect of joining a peacekeeping force in Ukraine. The Russian embassy in Canberra warned on Monday of grave consequences if Australia joined a coalition of the willing, proposed by the UK and France to guarantee Ukraine's security in the event of a peace deal, something Prime Minister Anthony Albanese unexpectedly said he would consider. And the Central Electoral Bureau rejected the candidacy of Kailan Georgescu in Romania's upcoming presidential elections on Sunday evening. The decision, taken with 10 votes in favour out of the 14-member committee, has ignited widespread protest and drawn sharp international criticism. Why is Albanese crawling to European aristocrats? They are now doing in Romania what they did in Ukraine back in 2014. That is, overturning elections and subverting democracy. The deep state has clearly moved to Europe. Albanese should be calling out the overthrow of democratically elected governments in Europe, not supporting tyrants. Yeah, but he won't do it because he's part of it. Furthermore, he should be focused on dealing with issues in Australia, especially our defence capability, rather than send our troops to another foreign war. When China can slip in and easily take over Australia, then way to go. Oh, dear. Okay, Real AF Patriot said, am I still live? I'm just asking because I haven't seen a comment for a while. Anyway, Real AF Patriot said Thomas Massey is owned. I know there are a lot of Thomas Massey supporters out there, but I guarantee they support President Trump more. In Trump's effort to primary him, Massey will be completely exposed. Fuck around, find out. Thomas Massey said Adam Schiff acted unethically, but if a resolution to fine him $16 million comes to the floor, I will vote to table it, which is vote against it. So is he now on Schiff's side? That is weird. So there you go. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Menacing Muskrat. I just wanted to... I hadn't seen the comments move. I haven't got many viewers, but it's because I'm too early in the day. Yep. That's fine, Dealey. You can just sit there and take... I just wanted to make sure I was still live. Retard Finder said, found one. By the way, I believe she may have run from the USA. We'll find out further down. John Ruddock MLC said next week in the New South Wales Parliament, I will move to repeal the new anti-free speech laws, now confirmed to be based on bogus false flags. And that was the caravan. The explosive caravan. Yep, they brought in anti-Semitism laws because of that fake explosive caravan. Okay, Miss Smudge said deport her. Catherine Deeves Morgan said stupid American influencer tourist steals a baby wombat, causing great distress to the mother for laughs and clicks. Idiot Australian boyfriend cackling in the background. What should happen to them? And this person said deport her. Oh, don't do this. No, you can video the animals without freaking taking one, mate. Seriously? Okay, anyway, let's have a look.
Just caught a baby wombat. Look at the mother. It's like, oh, it's chasing after her.
I caught a baby wombat. Okay, Mama's right there, and she is pissed. Let's let him go.
No, he's right.
All right, let's let him go. Come here, Mama. Come here.
Just caught a baby wombat.
Not so sure she should be deported, but at the very least, something should happen here because this is not on, mate. You don't do that. The poor wombat, mate. They're very slow moving too, and the reason it was hissing at her is because it was shitting itself, right? Oh my goodness. Topher Fields said, "We told you. What would you know?" Came their cold reply as they mocked us, dehumanised us, locked us out, and in my case, arrested and prosecuted me for the crime of telling them the truth. What would we know? More than them, clearly. Will they now, finally 5 years too late, agree with the experts at the Human Rights Commission, or does trust the experts only apply when it suits them? As Victorian COVID response slammed by Australian Human Rights Commission. This was Daniel Andrews, who had police shoot rubber bullets at people. Yeah, I don't think there should be any amnesty. They're simply covering up with empty words. They all know what they did. There'll never be a government, premier, politician, bureaucrat or medical profession held accountable. People must remember that the most powerful word is no. Exactly. But I do believe they will be held accountable. See, this is black-pilled. Everyone's just going, no, then nothing will happen, no one's accountable, no. Wait and see. It's coming. Starts in the US. And it's being investigated in the US, and Trump just put the, like you said, there's no time limit. Rosita Diaz said in great and thoughtful question, Australian Armed Forces considered this. No one has been able to explain to me why young men and women serve in the Australian Armed Forces for up to 20 plus years, risking their lives and limbs protecting our freedom, and only get a percentage of their pay on retirement, while politicians hold their political positions in the safe confines of the nation's capital, protected by these same men and women, and receive a good pension after serving only 2 terms. It just does not make any sense. If each person who reads this will repost it, in 30 days most people in Australia will have got the message, including the politicians. This is one message that really should be passed around. If you choose not to pass it on, you still have made a choice, and these brave Australian heroes have given you that right. Well, they have, and like seriously, anyone who lays their life on the line for Australia deserves more than our politicians do. Okay, the rubber duck responded to Rep Thomas Massey, who said this tweet from Trump's account is very misleading. I never voted for a CR that became law. I did vote for a CR under McCarthy that included an 8% cut to all discretionary spending, but unfortunately that CR did not become law. Do research and you'll find I've been consistent. Well, Donald Trump said Congressman Thomas Massey voted to delay the debt ceiling bill from the Biden administration to the Trump administration from September before the election to June after the election without getting anything for this horrendously stupid move. When Republicans could have gotten everything they wanted, he additionally voted to delay the current budget disaster from the Biden administration to the Trump administration. I was running for office at the time, doing my thing, and when I heard about this, it was quite simply hard to believe. A catastrophic mistake. Now, and virtually on every other vote, he's very simple no. He can't even approve a continuing resolution when he approved them many times during his career as a congressman. Thomas Massey is a grandstander, and the great people of Kentucky are going to be watching a very interesting primary in the not-too-distant future. Rubber Duck said you can either resign now, make things right, or get wrecked in office until you're primaried. You have been spotlighted for a reason. So there's a big argument going on again for Thomas Massey and against Thomas Massey. So it's up to you guys what you believe. Lozzie B said Muslim leader threatens jihad on Australia if he's deported. Sydney, Australia, Muslim leader states, if the ASIO, Australian Security Intelligence Organisation, likes it or not, if they want to deport me from Australia or not, jihad is the solution for the Islamic nation. We are not an Islamic nation, thank you very much. When Muslims don't get their own way, they immediately threaten violence. When they show you who they are, believe them. Deport. Menachem, Vorchmir, who knows. Sydney, Australia, Muslim leader states, if the ASIO likes it or not. Okay, we just read that. Okay, let's have a listen to him say it himself.
If the ASIO likes it or not, if they want to deport me from Australia or not, the jihad is the solution for the ummah. If the ASIO likes it or not.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, deport the CU in the NT. Hang on a minute. I don't know about that person, so what I'm going to do is just like F and L, deport the piece of crap and anyone who supports him. This is what Australian government is letting into our country, by the way. It's not a Muslim nation, so you can go home, mate, do it over there. I forgot to say hello to everyone. Hey, Shannon. Hey, J1, Dealey, Menacing Muskrat. Out to lunch. Maria. Del. Randy. Real Housewife. How you going, guys? Shadow of Ezra said Donald Trump's advisor, Alina Harbour, discovered the fake Oval Office where Joe Biden allegedly pretended to be president. The room includes a teleprompter positioned directly in front of him and a smaller desk for when he would play his role as president. The whole setup looks like a Hollywood studio. That's why we thought it was a Hollywood studio. We've been thinking that the whole time. Remember the gaps in the corners of the walls? Let's have a look.
You guys, I just finished a show. Look at the room that they put me in. We're in Biden's fake Oval Office, everybody. And I've actually figured this out. I now know why. I now get it. Turn the camera around. There is a screen, teleprompter to the face. All I can say is the last administration was a disgrace. You guys, I just finished a show.
There you go. Helena exposed the disgrace. Oh, wow, that's pretty good. There you go. So we knew for years when we were watching Joe Biden that he was not at the White House. He was in a fake, like a studio, we thought it was. And that's what she said. He's not, the last 4 years have not been legitimate, mate. I'm telling you. Not even legit at all. Oh, mate, things need to happen quickly. Ian Miles Chong said this woman issues a veiled threat at Elon Musk, stating it's now open season on CEOs. The Luigi Magionification of the American left is something that will be studied in years to come. Are we sure now this is a woman? I don't even know anymore. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to have a listen to this one. Ready? Okay, wait for it.
Has anyone heard? CEO posters are being plastered everywhere with wanted signs. Yeah. Evidently, it looks like it's going to be open season on CEOs. God bless America. Has anyone heard?
I think she needs some floss, mate. I don't know about you guys, but I think she needs some floss. Where was it? Yeah, see? I don't know. What did she eat before coming on? Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Needs a bit of floss there, love. Okay. Libs of TikTok said TikToker says that the spells witches are trying to cast on President Trump aren't working, and they should instead target Elon Musk. Seems totally normal and stable. Oh, dear God. More demented people. Okay. More retards. Hey, retard finder. Found one. Okay.
Just FYI, the witches who practice the craft and are really disappointed that nothing works on the Orange Palpatine because he's protected by an egregore. I want to make sure that you know that even though he is protected by an egregore, which doesn't really work for him anymore if you ask me, but Ilonia Muskrat and the Couch Boy doesn't have egregores, and the Palpatine's egregore will not protect these other two. You know what to do now. Alright, good luck. Just FYI, the witches who...
What the fuck is an egregore? I don't know what she was talking about, mate. Yeah, nothing's working on the Orange Palpatine because he's protected by an egregore. Is she playing a game? Did she get lost in the game? I don't know. What a lunatic. She sounds Indian. So you got is this an Indian witch? I don't know. Something different. Never thought I'd see that. Anyway, Secretary Kristi Noem said cartels will partner with any of America's enemies to do damage to our country. They're already partnering with China and others who hate America. With advanced technology at our enemies' disposal, we have to stay vigilant and secure our border and keep America safe. Yeah, apparently they got weapons on the border. Something like that. Died suddenly said finally USDA Secretary Rollins announces the Trump administration will stop China from buying American farmland. It's time to get the CCP away from our food supply once and for all. Yeah, they certainly aren't helping. They're doing the same thing here in Australia. Praying Medics said if you didn't know that Canadian politicians' resources and land had quietly come under control of China, now you know. Chinese control of Canada is an existential threat to the US. Trump will not allow it to continue. Donald J. Trump said, why would our country allow another country to supply us with electricity, even for a small area? I did read that yesterday. And you can imagine Canada stooping so low as to use electricity, so it affects the life of innocent people as a bargaining chip and threat. They will pay a financial price for this so big that it will be read about in history books for many years to come. Chris Mate said China would take over Australia in 20 minutes if the three-step plan this mental patient proposed were put into action. Aaron Dodd said that we should walk away from AUKUS, shut down the Pine Gap and kick the US Marines out of Darwin. USA is no longer Australia's ally. It should be treated as a malevolent foreign power. No. No. You do that. Watch what happens to Australia. Bye. Can someone in America adopt me quickly? Holy shit. Yeah, you do this and we're gone. I don't think it'll even take 20 minutes, mate. It'd be nearly immediate. 5 minutes, mate. That's what they'd have us. That's it. Wide Awake Media said China produces more CO2 than all developed nations combined, rendering all the preposterous sacrifices being imposed on you by the net zero agenda even more pointless than they already are. Okay, let's go from the beginning. I'll do this in case because I keep getting struck with things. Okay, the US started, right? Where's the year? Okay, I don't know what year this was taken from. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, here comes China. Here comes China. Look, Australia's not even in here. What's going on? Because Australia doesn't produce much CO2 at all, really, right? Look at China go. Huh. How's that working out for us, Australia? We're still banging on about CO2. Government EXE is corrupt now. Let's go to Canada. Watch, Jagmeet Singh says he'd banned Donald Trump for entering Canada because he's a felon and challenges other party leaders to do the same. That's pretty ironic coming from Jagmeet Singh. Isn't he banned from the USA? Oh, what a dickhead. Toon said Canada can't shut off the electricity to the US. It will overload our power grid and we will be in the dark. That's the whole reason we sell it to the USA. We have to dump it off once Trump realises this. We're all fucked. Lol, national emergency. Because apparently you give electricity to the USA to not overload your own power stations. Yeah, so that's interesting. Dave Wilson motto... I don't know how to say that. Let me cough for a sec. Hang on, guys. Okay. David Wilson Willison said Penny Wong's response to the US tariffs. This is no way to treat a friend. When was Wong ever a friend of the USA? When was any of our politicians? They're just bagging the shit out of Trump. I don't blame Trump. He won't even pick up the phone to them. And I don't blame him. Jack Pozo said the head of the Bank of England is being installed as the Prime Minister of Canada. And we're all told this is happening in the name of democracy. How does that work? I'm just asking questions here. I really want to know how that works. Harrison Crank said the richest province in Canada is poorer than the poorest state in America. There you go. I don't know. If I was Canada, I'd want to be taken over by the USA. I would. I'm Australian. I want Australia to be taken over by the USA. Oh, dear. Okay. Amused said, "Oh, Canada. The new PM of Canada just moved to Canada in January. He holds 3 passports and describes himself as European. He's never run for office and no one in Canada heard of him before he was installed as PM. Weird. Okay, let's have a listen to this lady. This is getting interesting."
We all knew that Mark Carney was going to be crowned the next Prime Minister of Canada. We called that a very long time ago. But here's what doesn't make sense to me. How is it that a man who moved to Canada for the first time in 10 years in January, who holds 3 passports, remember when Andrew Scheer holding another passport was a really major issue in that election federally? Wasn't an issue here for some reason. He describes himself, Mark Carney does, as European by nationality. And according to CTV polling that was done about a month and a half ago, the majority of Canadians didn't even know who Mark Carney was. How is it that that guy is able to win, but not just win 85.9% of the votes, compared to Freeland, Gould, and Bayliss, who are all well-known Canadian liberals that the public is familiar with? How is it that a dude who moved here in January got 85.9% of the vote without releasing any of his plans or ideas or solutions at all? What?
Oh, dear God. What's happened in Canada? Oh, no. And Randy, yeah, I know you don't want to be USA, but would you rather be China? Do you want to be China? I don't know, because that's what's going to happen. Same as Australia. Tony said, "So tell me how this is a democracy. Our Prime Minister in Canada was just elected by 151,000 people. We have 41 million people in Canada, meaning that 0.37% of the population got to choose our next Prime Minister." Oh, wow. This is not looking good, Canada.
So tell me how this is democracy. Our Prime Minister in Canada was just elected by 151,000 people. We have 41 million people in Canada, meaning that 0.37% of the population got to choose our next Prime Minister. And let me remind you that the Liberals threatened $10,000 fines if anyone else tried to join their party to vote for our Prime Minister. So tell me that Donald Trump is the biggest threat to democracy in Canada when the Liberals are doing this right in front of our faces, and then they call you a right-wing extremist when you decide to point this out.
Okay, there you go. Randy said, "How China going to take us over?" Because if you're anything like Australia, they own most of it already. Our government sold us out. Dr. Malouf said Muslims in Canada are very upset and calling this Islamophobia. Oh, here we go, Canada. In Canada, unknown activists have been adding drawings of penises to symbols of solidarity with Palestine. This has sparked a wave of outrage in the Arab segment of X. I'm sorry, but that's funny. When the woke meet the Muslim population. Oh, dear. Okay. Bricksuit said Canada blinks on tariffs. Ukraine agrees to a ceasefire and Department of Education vacated by 6 p.m. How much winning can we have in one day? Doug Ford said, "Please see a joint statement from United States Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick and myself," which I read yesterday. Breaking, Secretary Rubio has announced he and Trump have secured a ceasefire deal with Ukraine. Today we made an offer that the Ukrainians have accepted, which is to enter into a ceasefire and to immediate negotiations to end this conflict. And all Department of Education offices were just ordered to be vacated at 6 p.m. today through Thursday. Something big seems to be happening. Yeah, I'm with this. K2 today said I would rather Trump invade Australia and kick Albo out along with Dutton, Greens and the Teals. Old Soldier said, I'm so pleased Albo has repaired the relationship. Ben Fordham's Live said, exclusive, this is disturbing. Threats have been made on Chinese social media towards Australia. Professor Clive Hamilton says it would be foolish to ignore it. And there's a conversation there, obviously, but I'm not going to play that because it probably goes for a while. Liv said Albanese's big mad because Trump is putting America first. Apparently tariffs are entirely unjustified, but open borders, net zero scams and selling Australia out to globalists, totally fine. Albo is just upset his handlers didn't approve this move. What do you think? Let's have a listen.
Such a decision by the Trump administration is entirely unjustified. This is against the spirit of our two nations' enduring friendship and fundamentally at odds with the benefits that our economic partnership has delivered over more than 70 years. Australia has no tariffs on goods from the United States, and of course we have a free trade agreement with the United States. Our government will continue to put forward a very strong case for an exemption, noting that the last time this occurred, it took months for that exemption to be granted.
He's got no idea. You don't call the President of the United States or the incoming president names and they expect to get along with him, mate. Oh, happy birthday, MRE. God love ya. I was wondering if I'd see you today. I was going to go and comment on one of your old videos if I didn't see you today. Happy birthday, MRE. God bless you. Yeah, Deb's saying, please invade us, Trump. We want Trump. This man is an absolute moron. Retard finder, I found another one, although he's already pointed this one out. Australia needs to back the Trump agenda, taking the same stance as Canada is disastrous and proves once again that Albo's a national security risk. Exactly. Yeah, he's just going to be pummeled into the ground by Trump. Seriously. Bro said, so Trump bad for putting America first, Albo good for suggesting the same? Fuck clown world, mate. Protectionist policy. Albo calls for Aussie to ditch US brands. No, thank you. No, what can I buy from America? What's an American brand here in Australia? What can I go and buy now? Anything cheap that I can buy that's from America? Because I'll go and buy it, mate. When he says ditch US brands, I'm going to do the opposite, okay? This man here is a dickhead. Okay, Stephen said, below is the Aboriginal medical graduates at Western Sydney Uni. Probably because of their Aboriginality, they attended $40,000 private schools for free, got into medicine with a score of 91% and don't have its $450,000 HECS debt, which is the uni debt. Oh, they're Aboriginals now, are they? So do you just have to tick a do you just have to tick a box to say you're Aboriginal and you just become Aboriginal? Oh, God love you, MRE. You just must get back. Just wanted to wish happy birthday. Oh, it's not my birthday today. It is yours, though. Happy birthday, MRE. God love ya. Okay, Elon Musk said what fixing government computer systems feels like. Like untangling, your Christmas lights even. Yeah, or these wires. Yep. Australians versus the agenda said Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is visibly upset at President Trump, calling his decision to impose tariffs as entirely unjustified. No, they're entirely justified. Albo can't even get in contact with President Trump on the phone. Trump is refusing to take our calls because all of our politicians, all of them said bad things about Trump. That he's a dictator, that he's this, that he's that. I wouldn't pick up the phone either. Gunther Eagleman said, wow, look at the inflation. It's almost like Trump is doing what he said he'd do. It's going down. Good on the USA. Mega Voice said, breaking, President Trump did the impossible. He just secured a ceasefire agreement with Ukraine. Trump deserves an apology from every liberal and fake news reporter. We did it. There you go. And Trump should sue this woman. President Trump, sorry. I keep forgetting the President and Trump. Oh, wow, President Trump should sue her. He's a serial misogynist, a sex abuser. Oh, really? He was never charged or locked up for any of that. It's just that the media said he was guilty. He's in the White House. Canadian Green Party leader, Elizabeth May. Look, can you lock her up along with our politicians who said really defamatory things against Trump as well?
We need to have a government that remains solid. Team Canada can say to Donald Trump, go pound sand or go suck eggs. Although, as I said, I now realize there's a tariff on sand and they may not be able to afford eggs. Reminds me of his attitude towards women. He's a serial misogynist, sexual abuser, rapist. He's in the White House. What does he want to do? Take Greenland out to buy expensive furniture? Take Greenland into the dressing room? I'm sorry, every time I hear Trump saying he's going to get something one way or another of another sovereign nation, in my head I'm hearing, I just grab him by the... I wouldn't put it past Trump at all. I mean, we've seen Musk interfere in the German elections to support neo-Nazis. Okay. What's to say that Trump and Musk's ideas, well, let's just get some rage farming going and see if we can get a segment of Canadian society that likes the idea of a 51st state. We need to have a government that remains...
Okay, your Greens sound as brain dead as our Greens do. Oh dear. Far out. Oh my God, I tuned out. I just zoned out on that one. Seriously zoned out. I just couldn't listen to her. Insane woman. Just like our Greens. Our Greens are like this. Well, maybe worse. Bro said Trump imposes $1 billion tariff on steel and the left freaks out. Anthony Albanese imposes a near $6 billion climate change tax on steel and the left celebrates. Why are so many Australians so fucking retarded? I don't know. I wish I knew. Charlie Kirk said, did you know that Planned Parenthood still receives nearly $2 million every day from US taxpayers? They don't just kill babies with your money. They fund anti-Trump PACs and politicians. Doge needs to cut Planned Parenthood. Oh, dear God. I thought they were already defunding them. Okay. Nick Sautor said now President Trump and Elon Musk are speaking to the press outside the White House as multiple Teslas are lined up outside for Trump to view. 47 will be buying one at full market price here shortly. There are literally no production cars more made in America than Teslas are, and that's why he's doing it. Because it's made in America. Okay, Kobe Thatcher said President Trump is refusing to take Albo's calls. Albanese, see? Trump is not stupid. There's no doubt he's aware of what kind of weak lefty idiots he's dealing with in this Australian government. Fuck around, find out. PM reveals he's tried to call Donald Trump, but he's not picking up. I wouldn't either, you moron. Larry said Rosie O'Donnell has left America and moved to Ireland because Trump's election victory. Poor Ireland. Why not Haiti or Mexico or Guatemala? In other news, Ireland is one of the whitest countries on the planet in terms of the percentage of the population. Yeah, why not go to Middle East even? Palestine. Go to Palestine. This looks like a man. Sorry, but, I don't know. Okay, Speaker Mark Johnson said Democrats have railed against government shutdowns, but now they're supporting one. I think I read that already. Yep, that was a short news. Yep, it was. 54 minutes this time. So let's go over to the comments. And I can go right to the beginning. How's that? Shannon said, g'day from the Riverland, South Australia. Everyone's saying hello. J1 said, Wong has a dong and that's just wrong. I agree, J1. Oh, dear. Yep, everyone's going funny. And, yeah, Menacing Muskrat said 5x5, Hev, which let me know I was still on because I thought I dropped off somewhere there. And can you please hit the like button, guys? I really appreciate that. Everyone, can you please hit the like button for me? D. Lee said, still here, just taking in the news. Maria said, hi, everyone. Del said, it's like a spell was cast. Short memories, G-Day. Randy said, hey. Real Wire housewife of Margaritaville said, greetings, heaven chat. Randy said, I so enjoy this. Del said, hello, Hev, bang on the money as always. Thank you very much. Yeah, Menacing Muskrat, Biden White House equals Castle Rock Studio. Real housewife of Margaritaville said, wow. Randy said, AutoPen. Yes, all his signatures were signed by AutoPen. He never actually held his, like Trump does. He signs it and holds it up for everyone to see. Real housewife said, weirdos. Sherry said, that woman is cray-cray. How you going, Sherry? J1 said, I'm loving Trump ignoring Albanese and treating him like an insignificant simp. Lol. Yeah, me too. Randy said, she's loony. Dolores, how you going? Said they don't think it's a game. He's covered by prayer and angels. Randy said, come to Canada. Oh, no, thank you. Sorry. I would if when your politics is sorted out like ours. I'd rather go to America. I'm sorry. Randy said, hey, Musk. Menacing Muskrat. Maria said, they're all satanic when they use witchcraft no matter where it comes from. Exactly. Randy said, they sell the electricity cheaper to the US than me. I subsidise the US. Del said, you're either at the table or you're on the menu. Al Capone. Randy said, no fucking way I want to be USA. Okay, Randy. I respect your, your opinion, I just think if you're anything like Australia, China is going to take over. Menacing Muskrat said Jagmeet Singh can't return to India too because he's a terrorist. Jagmeet is a Sikh. And they tried to assassinate their own peer. Oh, there you go, Menacing Muskrat. Wow. And Randy asked how China's going to take you over. Menacing Muskrat said, Hev, this is Jasmine Lane's channel. Is that the one I was just listening to? Is that the lady we were just listening to? Hang on a sec.
Because a lot of this falls on the Prime Minister's shoulders. We have a weakened, vulnerable...
Yep, okay. Whoop, don't want to put anyone in time out. Thank you very much. Thank you, I just subbed. Okay, Randy said, just subbed Musk. Deb said, big happy birthday to my awesome son, Javier Richardson. Oh, happy birthday. To little Javier, hang on, is it Xavier or Javier? Yes, Deb said, please invade us, Trump. MRE said, we share this day, Celtic sister, God love ya. J1 said, makes me weak just hearing its voice. Del said, mob rats exposed. Many happy returns, mate, from Caledonia, 12th Legion. Yes, MRE, make Australia great. We need it. We desperately need it. MRE said, Del, my bro, 12th always. Thanks, Del, for all the years of loyalty. God love yous. Randy said, buy some maple syrup. I do buy maple syrup, Randy. That's one thing I do buy. Okay? But I also want to go and buy something American-made now. I might go and buy a Coca-Cola or something. I don't know. What can I buy that's American-made here in Australia? A lot of food, actually. J1 said, happy birthday. Del said, I can't say that. I don't know how to say it. Veni vidi vici. Always fratello. MRE said, must get back. Just wanted to wish have happy birthday. God love ya. Menacing Muskrat said, Trump is draining the swamp. Randy said, Trump used threat of tariff to get compliance. Deb said, happy birthday, MRE. Menacing said, Elizabeth May, leader of the NDP party. She's usually juiced. One of them. Like Nancy Pelosi. Randy said he went to Canada to quit making fentanyl and close the border. He wanted Canada to quit making fentanyl and close the border. Randy said Elizabeth May is a drunkard. Okay. J1 said nobody grabbing her by the cat. That's for sure. Like how I changed that. Del said, Deb, tips hat, ma'am. Deb said, blah, blah. Yeah, that lady, I just tuned her out. I couldn't listen to her. Out to lunch said, so President Trump is the SAer. Randy said, see, we're screwed 9 ways from Sunday in Canada. Yeah, we are too in Australia, Randy. I sympathise with you, believe me. J1 said they'd lose a hand. Deb saying hello to everyone. Where did it jump? Even though I don't have that many comments, it still jumped. Randy said everyone knows government is corrupted and no one's arresting no one. Out to lunch said Toyota is too. Deb's laughing at Albo. Del said, I has been invaded by the boat infidel shouters. Yes, I know. Ireland has been invaded. It was the whitest country. Randy said, almost supper-time steak and Spanish rice. Nice. Out to lunch said, tell Hev you do it when you come in, J1. Deb said, I'm trying to decide what to have for breakfast. Yeah, me too. Shannon said, lurking in bed with Hev and crew, got to get up soon, I guess. Oh, really? Are you on shift work, Shannon? God love you. And Menacing Muskrat has put a link in there. Elizabeth May drunk. There you go. Deb said, so we are bed friends this morning. Rose for your rose. J1 said, Deb, I'm on the way to bakery. We'll decide when I get there. Randy said, cookies. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, family. Thank you. Randy said, Coca-Cola. Okay. So I need to go and buy a Coca-Cola, do I? To support America. USA. 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 Can we have Doge and can we make Australia great again as well? Can we just have Trump? Can we borrow him? Can he just take over Australia? It's easier. Deb said, I dropped the phone to make coffee, remember? So I told the old fella, suck it up. I don't want to lose any this morning. On you, Deb. Menacing Muskrat said, Ford truck, America made, but Dodge is better. D. Lee said, nothing good in America eat have unless it's made on the local farm. Everything else is toxic. Randy said, both junk here. Del said, it was Latin. We came, we saw, we conquered. Oh, the irony. Now they do. Yeah. There you go, Del. Thank you for letting me know what that was. Yeah, Deb said, Trump is a real man. Randy said, Rusty. Deb said, my mum is telling me they are safe. Shannon said, yes, shift work. Oh, God, love you, Shannon. Out to lunch said, Shannon, it's been a long time since I've been in bed with a man. The females helps, though. Randy said, Carhartt. Deb said, we have American food here now. Yeah, we do, actually. And I think the service station up the street sells American snacks. D. Lee said, Coca-Cola is used as a cleaning supply. Out to lunch said, sucks for you, Deb. Menacing Muskrat said, Florida orange juice have. I don't know if we get it here. Randy said, Coke used as a bug killer. Out to lunch said, D. Lee, bug killer too, I've heard. Deb said, we have a giant pickle. Randy said, McDonald's. Deb said, yes, snack American. Out to lunch said, me too. Randy said, Walmart. Menacing Muskrat said, but no McDonald's have. J1 said, Randy Zelensky's fuck then. Okay, now I'm going to go and sort out what American snack I need to buy to support America. Okay? Going up the shop to see what I can buy. Just because Albo said not to. So the next time I'm out, I'm going to look for American made. I doubt I'll find much, except for little snacks and things like that. Probably the junk food. That's probably what we've got. Pringles chips. Yeah, see, junk food. Read the label first. Oh, dear, this is funny as. Out cheap smokes have American snacks. Oh, yeah, some of them do actually, don't they? The tobacconists have American snacks in there. So our tobacconists that sell tobacco and tobacco-related stuff also sells American snacks. Okay, I'll just go and buy one, right? Especially if it's got shit in it, you know? Okay, guys, well, I'm going to wrap it up there for today. I'll be back tomorrow and Saturday. Out to lunch said, if Liberals don't buy America, will the price go down? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, guys, with that, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Okay, bye.